Wyatt Williams here. I'm a sportscaster for 98.5 WJHI. I'm here today with Mr. Michalski. It's the day, the big day for you, sir. Floyd Central, left tackle Zen Michalski here with me, who holds 24 offers. Division I, I may add, an incredible player who holds a 4-star rating and a number 3 rating in the state of Indiana. Zen, how are we doing today, sir?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. Thank you for having me.
That's awesome. Glad to hear. So before we get into college football, we're going to ease you into this. So we'll talk a little high school first. So right now, the Highlanders, 5-2, coming off of a win over Jennings County, 10th in the state, possibly the best Floyd Central football team ever. And what are you most looking forward to closing out your senior year with?
I want to go deep into the playoffs. You know, that's always a goal. Our saying at Floyd right now is before and after every game, Coach Bragg's like, "What's our ultimate goal?" Late November. So you know, that's been our goal since we lost at Bloomington South last week, and last year, my bad. And just very excited to see how that plays out.
So now, as we know, you decommitted from U of L on Monday night. Okay, how has the reaction from fans, friends, and family been?
It's been good. A lot of people are extremely understanding, just knowing that kids will change their mind or just feel like they rush a decision sometimes, or just feel like they need to take a step back and look at things. So a lot of people were understanding. My family was very understanding. So it was a really good reaction.
So what was the reason you decided that Louisville was not the best option for you?
After talking with family, we sat down and kind of thought that, with COVID and everything, it kind of felt like, obviously it's still a very big thing right now, but it felt very rushed at the time. And just thinking about it, I kind of wanted to take a step back and just look at all my options and make sure that I truly am in the best spot for me and my family. And,
So how did the call with the coaches at Louisville go with the whole decommitment situation? Which coaches did you talk to, and how did the conversations go?
I talked to Coach Ledford and Coach Thomas, Coach Nocta, a little bit of Coach Satterfield. They were all extremely understanding, just knowing that it's going to happen. You know, not every kid is going to stay committed. They just want the best for me, and that's what was very nice about that conversation. It wasn't super painful. They didn't try to make me feel guilty about anything. They super understanding and awesome guys.
So as we look ahead now, you have decommitted to recommit to either now Louisville, who you originally committed to. You're keeping them still in your options here. Florida State as well, Penn State, or Ohio State. Those are your 4 options you're choosing from here. So let's go team by team here and give me a few details of what you like the most about each school and how the recruitment process has gone with them. So let's just start with your most recent offer in Penn State.
They're great guys. I love the coaches there. They're a great program, great school. All around, everything is awesome to me. I would be very happy to go there too. I think that they are on the up from where they were, but very, very awesome team.
It would be cool to play on a whiteout night.
That would be pretty cool.
That's awesome. So Florida State is the next team I'm going to ask you about. Give me some details on Florida State, what you like most about them.
Also, awesome coaches, great program. They're coming back. I know that it's been a little bit tough for them in this first part of the season, but I think that with the mindset of the coaches, I think that they will be a very good team soon. And, just another great option.
So next we're going to move on to Ohio State. Can you give me some details of what you've liked about Ohio State?
Absolutely love it. The coaches are amazing. Great, just campus, city, just, great balance of education and, one of the best programs in the nation. So not much more I can say about it.
So with the final one we're going to ask about here, you'd already committed to Louisville. Now the decommit comes. What were some of the things that not just only throughout your recruitment process did you like about Louisville, but what all through being committed did you experience that you enjoyed with Louisville?
They're great guys. I love the coaches. The commits were awesome there. I had great relationships with everybody. Great city. And throughout the whole process, they were just very stable with me and made sure I'm always good and would talk to me all the time. And they're awesome. It just wasn't my place at the when I decided to decommit. It just didn't feel like that was my best fit at the time. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made the decision for yourself to at least reconsider and throw them in. I think that's really cool of you to give them another consideration. So have you talked about pro football with all these programs, and if so, how did the conversations go?
Yeah, I have. It's a dream of everybody's that plays college football to go do that, and it's obviously a big goal for me, and I'm prepared to work for it. So with high school, going to college, it's kind of the same thing. I didn't expect any of this college stuff to happen to me, so it's kind of just an awesome surprise, and I'm just gonna keep working the same way I've been working, and if stuff plays out, hopefully I'm playing in the pros someday. It'd be crazy. But they also think that in their programs, the role that I would play, I'd be able to make it there, hopefully.
Oh, that's incredible, man. With all 4 of these programs, all 4 have sent a professional football player to the pros very recently, even the last NFL draft. How cool is that for you to know that not only do they promise these results, but they have went through with these results and they can show you the results. Hey, we have these players who have gone pro.
It's awesome. It's awesome just knowing that there's coaches that want to develop me and get me to that level, because I haven't been playing offensive line for too long. Like a lot of people know, this is my second year of playing it, so I'm still very new. So coaches that want to sit and develop me and make sure I'm the best player I can possibly be to get there is just awesome.
Is that crazy to you that just in your second year, we're 2 years in, and teams of this caliber, some of the top teams in the nation, have been calling your name?
It's definitely surreal. I still don't feel like it's real. I don't know. It's definitely very a blessing in every way possible.
So now, as many people are watching and wondering, okay, of the 4 teams, U of L, Florida State, Penn State, and Ohio State, Zen, where will you be playing your college football at?
I'll be taking my talents for the next 4 years to the Ohio State University. Go Bucks.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
So now that we know Ohio State is the decision, where you will be choosing to play your college football, what made you choose Ohio State above all the other great schools and great candidates for this run?
Just they're the best of everything you can possibly ask for in a school. You know, the coaches, Coach Stud, Coach Day, just everyone, Coach Alfred on that coaching staff, they are some of the best coaches I've come in contact with in my entire time doing this recruiting, and just some of the most personal and real people I've ever talked to. It's not just football with them. It's like, how are we going to build you to be, a man and know how to live your life after college or after football, and just making sure that you're in the right spot, making sure that you're doing everything to be better every day. It's awesome. I mean, the program, one of the most prestigious programs in the nation for college
Absolutely.
football. I couldn't say no to it. I mean.
So, I 100% understand. What was the moment though that you knew that you wanted to be a Buckeye?
When I went up and visited, I went up last Saturday, and I went up and saw campus with my dad, and I went up mainly looking for a feeling. It's kind of like when you get on campus and you're walking around the city and stuff, and you just know it. You're like, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Feels like home.
Yeah, it felt like I'd been there a million times before. It felt like I've been living there for years before we even been there. So it was so cool to get on campus and have that feeling. Just know that I remember we stepped out of the car, and we were on High Street, which is all the restaurants, and it's right next to campus. I was like, I'm going here, Dad. It's just I decided that probably an hour into being
That's
there.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So this is a big question, but what has this whole process meant from you from day one, from the day that you got notified you were getting a scholarship offer from Indiana State, your first offer, to this day where you commit to Ohio State, after the decommitment, after choosing from the original 8, now choosing from the final 4, what has this whole process meant to you?
Hard work pays off. I know it sounds really cheesy, but I always remember, so when I first got my Indiana State offer, and hard work, but you have to constantly prove yourself to people is what I've kind of learned, is that when I got my Indiana State offer, a lot of people were like, dude, take it, free college. I think this is your level of football. So, and then I got my first MAC offer, and everyone was kind of like, whoa, okay. I think you should still go to Indiana State because MAC is pretty tough. And I was like, yeah, we'll see what happens. And that was really early in the off season. So just stayed in the weight room and stuff. But then after that, I got a couple more MAC offers, and I got my first ACC offer, which was from Boston College. And that's when stuff started to blow up. And a lot of people told me, I don't know if you're ready for Power 5 stuff. Maybe you should stay in the MAC and have a good career. And I was kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm going to keep working. And then I kept getting ACC offers until I got a big one from Michigan State, I remember. And
I remember that day. That was a huge day.
Yeah, that was a big one. And a lot of people told me, they were okay, maybe you should stay at Boston College. It kind of just kept going up further and further until the point where it was I got Louisville, and I was like, I think I want to go to Louisville. People were telling me, like, there's a lot of competition there, like, you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
And then, I got to start getting bigger offers, and I got up to Ohio State and Penn State. People were like, hey, dude, like, stay at Louisville. So I was like, if people are going to keep telling me this, I'm going to keep doing it. And if I was still thinking like people were telling me to do, like, I would be at Indiana State right now. So I think that's
awesome. That's awesome that you forged your own path.
That's kind of what it's taught me, is that, like, people aren't going to tell you where you can play at. They're not going to put a number on your game. I think that just if you keep working hard, and anything can happen. I know there's a lot of competition at Ohio State, but playing with some of the best people on the planet makes you one of the best players.
Yeah, it does. So what are some of the goals that your coaches at Ohio State have set for you?
Do you mean like going there for my freshman year, or just
anything from day one stepping on campus till the day you leave?
Well, obviously they want to make me into a man, the best person I can be, walk out with a degree and a job opportunity, and obviously put me in the league somehow. I'm ready in every way to work for it, but that's obviously an ultimate goal for everybody, and I'm willing to do anything for it.
So now that we know some of the goals of your coaches, what about your goals while you're in Columbus?
My goals, I want to get obviously I want to leave with my degree, and I want to play in the pros, which would be a dream of mine. Have a very good career. I want to work for my spot, and it's going to be, it almost feels more earned at that point, because what we talked about when I first got my offer from Ohio State, we were on a Zoom call with the whole staff, and we're sitting there talking about it, and he was just like, when they extended it to me, Coach Day, I remember he said that he was like, what's really cool about this is that you earned every part of this, because you're not a 5-star, you had to like dig your way up from the bottom. And I was like, that's really cool, and I kind of want to keep that same mentality throughout my whole college career, just like nothing's given.
Carry it with you 100%. So what will you be studying? You seem like a big guy for books, for a student before athlete, I should say.
Yeah.
What will you be studying while you're at Ohio State?
I really want to study business and some level of sales, because the business program, and there's this thing called Real Life Wednesdays at Ohio State, and it's just an amazing program that pretty much gets you ready and set up for a job, and the business program there is amazing. So I think that's a big thing I want to study. So
will you be staying at left tackle or maybe another position while you're up there?
I'm not sure. I think that they said a thing for me is that I can play anywhere with my size. I'm 6'6", so it kind of fits at anywhere on the line.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy playing guard, or even center. We've talked about that a little bit with some people, but tackle if they want me to. Like I'm happy absolutely anywhere.
So before we close off, I want to give you an opportunity to go back and thank anyone you want to on air who's listening, anybody from coaches, from family, from friends, to fans, anybody you want to thank who has helped you in some way throughout this difficult process.
Well, I just want to say all glory to God, obviously. It wouldn't be him, if I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for him. But I really want to thank my dad, my mom, and my dad, Zen Michalski. He's been a huge part of this. My mom, just being my mom, supporting me in every way. Matthew Ware is my stepdad. He's absolutely, he got me started in football. I wouldn't even be playing football if it wasn't for him. So that's
awesome.
Yeah, it's a big, big thing for me. Just everyone in my family, really, my friend group. They know. I'm not going to say everybody because they know who I'm talking about. I don't want to leave someone out on accident. But we have a very tightly knit friend group that has pushed me to keep getting better every day. And like when I first started getting offers, they're poking at me to be like, "Oh, Mr. D1," you know what I mean? So it kind of helped push me to higher
keep
ceilings.
You grounded as well. It seems like.
Yeah, and make me work harder.
Yeah. So that's it. Ohio State it is.
Awesome.
Last but not least, I want to thank Zen and his family for allowing me to be a part of this awesome moment, not just in Zen's football career, but also in your life, man. I really appreciate you allowing me to do this with you.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure.
So there you go. The 2021 4-star offensive tackle, Zen Michalski, has decided to play at the Ohio State University. Congratulations, Zen, and thank you for watching. Any closing statements?
Thank you so much, OH.
I love it.
Awesome.